Hello, everybody. This is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models. This is Live Action Sunday, continuation of the gift from Freddy, the B36 Peacemaker. And so bear with me for about 45 minutes to an hour. And we'll see how far this will take us for tonight's video. As you notice off camera, I got the fuselage buttoned up. It's been riding like that about a couple of days, I guess. This video was supposed to be last night, but I got detained. I had to go in the house and take care of some things with my daughter and stuff. So I got to make some time with them too and put this on hold. I got pretty much got it all put together. No steps. There's no steps when you join the fuselage. Usually when they join together, you got to push down on the fuselage, make sure they're flush, because you don't want no steps up like that, because you have the sands off. That's a lot of work. It shouldn't be there. So you got to work a little bit of time. So this fuselage went together very, very well. And I remember the last one I built, first one I ever built, it went together just the same. And yeah. Cockpit came out pretty decent. Nothing to write home about, just a cockpit. I got Jimmy Stewart and his buddy right there. Got Harry Morgan back there somewhere. On the nose, the bottom intersection down here. I got a fellow down there too. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's somewhere in there. He is. Yeah, he's in there. I know he is. I can see him. Yeah. He's in there. Of course, Bob A's pretty good too, as you can tell. I got the wing spar there, the gas tank. Flash bottles are painted gray. Now you look very closely. You have the B-29 right there. It shows you how big that B-29 is up to the B-36. The scale of this model will influence the size of the real aircraft. Okay, getting back to the B-36 build, of course. A gift from Freddy. Freddy gave me this for my birthday. And God bless Freddy for what he does for me. I really appreciate this man. He's a great guy. I'll do anything for this man. And he's been very, very good to me. I'm very grateful to have a wonderful person like him that helps me and makes my day for me. I hope everybody else has a good day too. Okay, guys, I don't know if it's September the 1st or not. It probably is. And this is Live Action Sunday on the B36 Peacemaker by Monogram. And right now, we're going to get the stabilizers all together. But before I do that, I'm going to have to move these tape off here. Because this thing is already set and dried and hardened already. So there's no need to put a clamp and everything on there. These clothespins right here, they work very well. Okay, get your favorite beverage. Make sure the kids are taken care of, mama's taken care of. And grab your favorite kid or just kick back and enjoy a beverage and just watch and chuckle. Enjoy. And I'm enjoying this very immensely. And so we should continue with the build. First of all, like I say, I'm going to get rid of all this tape on here. This blue tape is very good. It's very good masking tape. It costs a little more than the regular kind, but I'll tell you one thing. It's good. It's good for masking for everything. Okay, take off these clothespins. These clothespins make excellent clamps. You can get those anywhere. Grocery store, dollar store, general dollar, you name it. They got them there. Okay, where was I? Off camera. I went ahead and joined the fuselage using epoxy. I'll show you right here. You got the hard, you got the resin and also the catalyst all mixed. Mixed 50-50. The reason why I use 5-minute epoxy on this is because I want the fuselage to be strong because it'll be a lot of weight. Once you get the wings on this thing, it's heavy. It really is. It's about as heavy as that Monogram B29. And that was a very heavy airplane. A 148 scale, of course. Okay, where was I? Over here. Yeah, first thing to do is drop stuff. I've been at a hobby shop so long, I don't know what they got anymore. This B36, guys, you gotta have some space to put this thing. Okay, suppose that glue out the stabilizers going. Okay, we'll work on the stabilizers. Put my pipe light over there. Gives light sanding around bleeding edges here. Get those sprue nubs off there. That's clean. That's good clean. I thought I cleaned it a while ago. So make certain I did. Like I say, you always feel with your hands. Your hands see stuff your eyes don't. See, I felt a little bit of that flash on there. Wait, hardly no flash at all. Zoll's this kid's about 50 years old. Zoll's it is. It really hasn't produced any mold wear. Let's see. That goes there. This horizontal stabilizer, you put two of them together, like this. Let's get to the wingspan of that's 35 feet anyway, right there. I bet it is. That has a wingspan of a Jet Zero at 148 scale. Okay. Let's glue together. Well, this is Tamiya glue. This stuff works very good. I've got some quick set here too. It comes in a lighter green cap than the normal dark green on the thin stuff. You know, the reason why Tamiya glue is so much better compared to a lot of glues out there is because it's a solvent. It melds that plastic together. That's why it's so strong. See if we got anybody in there. See if 2 thumbs up and 2 watching, maybe 1 watching. William Nelson, how you doing, buddy? Hope you have a great day, my man. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy? Welcome again for part 2 on the B36 build here. Hope everybody had a good day for Sunday. I'm having a good day. I have a good day every day, guys. I make my own day, sad or lonely or chipper and jolly. I'm having a good jolly day today. Tell you one thing, fellas, it's a good to be alive. I know that. Model building, I don't care what anybody says. A professional psychiatrist will tell you the same thing I'm going to tell you. Save yourself some money. Model building is the most comforting thing in the way that can maintain healthy sanity. I'll be well because it takes your mind off problems and stuff. You're actually doing something you make with your own hands. It's something you like to enjoy and do. As most of you can tell, I build these things religiously. I'm doing good, William. I'm doing very good, buddy. I'm enjoying myself. Well, I tell you what, I'm in model heaven right here. Got my B29 over here, 1/72 scale. Same scale as B36 is. You can tell, Lord have mercy, this thing's like a pipe code compared to this thing. Like I said earlier in the video, William, you know, the size of this model, 1/72 scale, influences the real thing, how big it really is in real life. I live in Dayton, Ohio. I always go to the museum all the time. Matter of fact, I got a lot of my models in there. You guys go to Dayton Air Force Base Museum, Dayton, Ohio. You go in the World War apartment, you'll see a SPAD hanging out there. I built that. I built that about 45 years ago. I donated to the museum. A lot of the old folks, a lot of guys been around, are not here no more. They all deceased and passed on. And I'm still the last man standing, so I guess I'm doing something right in life. Hope you guys are working on your favorite kit. I'm going to have a lot of final bills coming your way, a lot more bills coming your way. The only thing I'm missing right now in life, guys, is my independence. I can't go out and do things like I used to. And my daughter don't want me to work. So you worked all your life, Dad. You can stay home. Take it easy. Works for me. So I'm doing exactly my dream I was supposed to do when I was retired. Just build models. Right now, I got to do something, you know. I got to find something I can do productive so I make some money. Man, this bad boy's got some detail to it, I'll tell you that. Yep. You're working on a Tomcat there, William? That's a good kit. One through second scale. I had one of those a long time ago. Matter of fact, mine that it came from the Enterprise. It had light gold gray, white in the bottom, and with a red trim all over it. I think that could have been the Enterprise. I got that kit back in 1980. It's big. It's big. I also got the Tamiya one too, 1/32 scale. It too is big, but very costly compared to the Revell one. I think the Revell one back in actually came out more 1980. That's right. $8, no, not $10. The cost back then. It's a $10 kit. Same thing with the F4 Phantom they made too. $36 inches. It's 36 inches, buddy. This thing is big. It's about the size of a little bigger than a B-52. And of course, B-52 took about around 1968. About the first pressing of it. They had an electric motor in it. It was all molded in like a green plastic. It was a top shelf model at the time. Everybody got one of those. You didn't have a B-52. Something wrong with you. And this is my second rodeo on this kit. The first one I had came out very good. I had 340 different tones of aluminum on there. And I had it laying on my shelf one time. I went by to grab something, and next thing you know, my right hip hit it, and it went over and busted into a million pieces. I said, well, this thing definitely needs best rodeo work because the paint finish has been ruined. It's been cracked because it hit the floor, broke off the joints and stuff. So I just salvaged the model for parts, and Freddy let me have one of these. He sent this to me. He's a wonderful man, he is. And a good friend, too, a good veteran. And he said, Frank, I got a lot of these things around. So, geez. You know. And so he knew my birthday was coming, so he got it for my birthday. And the best gift, like I say, he gave me a few other models, too. And I'll tell you, it's like Christmas, but not much more. And, yeah, I mean, I was overwhelmed, but I thought I was good. The stash of models I got hundreds of kits. You go and see Freddy's house. He showed me. Now we talk all the time. We get on Facebook, and we have a chat all the time, talking and show us snippets of our work. And we talk about a stash this man's got. Imagine if Will going to your favorite hobby shop. You go in this house, he's got big old bins, big old huge industrial shells filled with kits, different eras and times, and everything, just like me. He's got more than I have. He has enough to make a hobby shop. With his collections and my collections together, we can have a Freddy Frankie hobby shop, you know, and all our subscribers will come there and buy our stuff. But I kid you not, he's got some models this man has. And you know something, Matt? I like to see a 1/200 scale Lusitania. If anybody put that out, you know who that'll be. It'll be I Love Kit or Very Fine or Preferably Trumpeter. I'm amazed that they haven't released that yet. Same thing with 1974 is when the Titanic came out by Index. It was where everybody's expecting the Queen Mary to come next, but they never came to realization. Perhaps someday they'll do that. And if it does it, the Asian brothers will put it out. One of them will. Yeah, Tony, I got about that many in my stash too. Different years. I got stuff that had about 60 years, 50 years, 45 years. Most of the stuff was ancient. And there's new stuff too I got from Smitty's Hobby Shop before he went out of business. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I got too many models myself. I don't know if I'll live long enough to finish them. But I got them. That'd be great too, William. 1/200 scale USS Indianapolis. That'd be really cool. I'm surprised they haven't brought that out yet. Like I say, one of these Asian companies will produce one real soon. You'll never know. You never know. As we speak, it could probably be on the market right now without us knowing about it. I call that a coincidence. Okay, Mr. B36. I'm gonna check the stabilizers till it fit and get you glued in there. You can't fly it out tail covers. That's the wrong cord. Goes on one way. There you go. That's the cord right there. Boy, I hate this glue. I get some good stuff. I gotta have my daughter take me down to Hobby Lobby and get some glue. This stuff's okay, but you don't eat much in those tubes. Get the port elevator on. Looks like it'd be a little bit of filler in there, not much. Unless I can make some butt that out. Good. Good fit. Wonderful. I like that. Go ahead and super glue this in position. Boy, that don't need no buffing out there. That is flush. Man. I think the reason why this kit don't have too much flash on it because they didn't produce too many of them. I know one thing. The only way you can get these things is either a kit vendor or an eBay. It's on. It's set. Yeah, let's check the chat board and see anything going on. That's very close, Tony. I wish we met too, buddy. I do miss home back in Dayton, though. You know, I used to live there. I had some good, wonderful, good friends there and everything. But like I say, when my brother was getting bad, he was in the hospital and stuff, and on his last journey. And second time in a row, you know, I got caught up in progress. When I lived at my trailers at, they were getting everybody out of there, make everybody leave the premises because a corporation bought that place out and they're taking out the old trailers out there. They're gonna build something else out there. Just like I lost my house before my wife died. Ryan Home Developments came out there and they bought my home and bought the house track and everything, and they tore everything down, started rebuilding more stuff out there. Like I say, you can't stop progress. Now living in Tennessee, you know, I'm pretty much by myself in this room all the time. I'm not going nowhere. And I get that Heinkel going too right behind me, the 132nd scale. We'll get a video of that pretty soon. Right now, I'm process to get this wing sanded down quite well and apply some primer. Actually, I'm painting it. It's almost at the painting stage now. Priming stage, I should say. That was awful, Tony. I want to tell you something. The last 6 years has been the most worst 6 years I've ever had in my life. If I had a choice to go on this crap for 6 years, like I did, and survive through it, or go back to Vietnam for another tour, I'd go to Vietnam. At least I know what to expect there. But like I say, it's just like you can't stop progress. My wife, when she died, it took a lot out of me. And lost my home. It's weird how it all started. My dogs are dying because I had little rat terriers, little teddy dogs, they call them. Theodore Roosevelt used rat terriers as rat dogs. They always let them loose aboard battleships and cruisers and such, so they can go out there and get the rats and kill them all. That's why you see these old photos back in the 1920s and 30s and 40s with these little rat terrier dogs. They call them teddy dogs because Theodore Roosevelt raised rat terriers. The rodent killers. They put them aboard ships like that to scare out the mice and the rats and just eat them up. And they stay there forever. But with my wife, you know, when I lost my dogs, that's when my wife to get really bad. That's when she had that heart attack in our living room. I've never forgot that night. I was sitting there. My daughter-in-law came over because they know her mother is ailing really bad. Because Ruth is older than me, and she was up in her years. And yeah, when that happened, I just seen her. Last time I seen her is when she had her arms raised in the air because she was reaching for God because she's seen Jesus. That lets me know right there Jesus does exist. I don't care what anybody says. And she passed away in the hospital. And a week later, that's when I got the bad news that I had to leave my house. I says, my God. So here I am. This time, my worries were over with. My constitution's finally getting security. I'm here in my house. I got my family out here. They're taking care of me. I take care of them too. I got all this here for me. This is Frankie Day's heaven right here. And behind me be my deathbed. But I tell you, this is my home. This is me. And I'm not going to let all this stuff get me down. That's why I survived. A lot of people just couldn't survive what I went through. And I don't want to wish this upon nobody, but you got to prepare yourself for eventuality. Everybody is going to suffer loss in the family. That hurts the worst. You see your family go down before you do. So I'm still kicking until my great sales wear out. Building this beautiful B36, being with all my great friends, subscribers on here. I got 5 people watching and 4 thumbs up. Okay, what am I do now? What? What am I going to do? Seems like I talk a little bit, entertain, and read the chat board all at once. I'm going to do something I should do anyway. I'm going to buff out these things and see what needs filler and what don't need filler. Then we're going to design to the wings. I like this buffing stick. Has this stuff on there to buff out seams and stuff, you know. Right here, the door that slides over like this, that's where your turrets are at. These old electric, they got the same thing out of the B29, those gun sights right there, all computered. And when this thing has a problem with a MIG coming to them like this, all they got to do is hit a button, and his door would slide down like this, and all these turrets will pop up. This thing's got some kick behind it. It does. It's designed by Condair and also consolidated. When I was in Dayton, Ohio, with the Air Force Station to see him, they got one of these inside display in there. And it's big. I mean big. I thought the Martin Marshall was big. This is bigger. At 20 feet. It's got the same wingspan as that of the V36. I mean, it's a SR-45 Princess Flying Boat. Kirkland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're on our way to go to, Japan. Live in Japan. This is during my teen years, the 1950s. And Kirkland Air Force Base, we were temporarily had to stay in Air Force housing for about a couple of months until we got shipped over to Japan. We had to wait for the ship to come back. MSTS, it's USNS Barrett, Barrett. You Google up in the search engine, you'll see a port and starboard smokestack region on that thing. Anyway, we stayed at Air Force housing. We were about 300 feet, about 90-something meters away from the runway itself when they approached them. These B36s, they got a sound all its own. I can tell what airplane's flying over by the sound of the engine. Anybody said that in those days. I used to win my lunch money. Look at a guy's face to tell you what kind of airplane that is and how it looks like. And you look at it and say, you're right, Frank. Here's 5 cents. The B-36s, they got a different sound. They got that little whoa. They shake the house, too. My mother used to have knickknacks. I told every time one of these things fly over, a C-24 Globemaster, even a C-119, especially this B-36, flying over the house. They fly about 20, 30 feet over your house. Can you imagine how loud that is? A plane this size coming over your home, and the whole house vibrates? Very, very loud. Very, very loud. Once a week, there they are, foaming down the runway. 6 turning and 4 burning. Well, actually, you got about 4 burning and about 3 turning. The problem is, these things are designed for high altitudes. 40, 45,000 feet, even higher, almost out in the stratosphere. And when they fly that high, it's about, I imagine, about 50 to 60 degrees below zero. And the thing's taking in ice in those intercoolers. When they do that, it causes engine fires. That's the problem why these things were burning up. These things had Allison 240 motors in them. turbojets. Yeah, I'm going to bump that way you use too much filler. Panel lines are all raised instead of sunken in. I like that. Smooth. I like that. That way you don't use that much filler. Just slide it on there. Then I'm going to prime it with flat aluminum. Go ahead and put some more aluminum to it, different shades, like the other one. The other one, I use a good metalizer. It's called Aero Gloss Dope. It's coming up. You guys seen it before, but Packer. Looks like jars like that, different colors like that. Well, the clear dope, but they have color dopes, also clear dopes, hand sealers, and also thinners. And the colors are wonderful, especially on balsa jar. That's what it's designed for. I remember one time my dad was building what was I building? That was the B29, yeah. Stonebecker, B29. Made out of wood. Because that was the only kit available until Revell brought one out back in 1956. 1940 Stonebecker kit. And I was building it, and I said, Dad, I got silver paint. Doesn't it cost with silver? Do we have any silver? Yeah, we do. I want to show you something that's up here. You can put dope on this thing. Gee, Dad, well, that dope it worked just like a balsa would. I says, now, you can listen to me right now. I said, well, what is it? He takes a lacquer thinner and mixes dope with that lacquer thinner, and you can spray it on there with a sprayer. You get a lot more professional finish. That dope will act like a plate. The last one I used is Aerocloth dope. And believe you me, it's like buying a metalizer paint. It dries just like that. You got to fondle it, handle it, massage it, touch it, do all you want to. You're not gonna leave any finger marks on aluminum. Salvatory aluminum, that's what it was. Then by adding a little bit of black with it, you can control the tones of your aluminums. That's what I did on this B36 A. I should have put the fuselage together with epoxy. At that time, I used nothing but Tesla's tube glue. And when this thing hit, the fuselage split, the wings came off, props actually broke, wheels are gone. Oh, boy. No problem putting it back together again. You got to go process the finishing it again. Believe you me, that wasn't fun doing that. So, well, I'll just use this kit as a restore project, which I meant to be in the first place, or it'd be a spare parts box for another one to make another one. It got lost, I guess, during the move when I lost my house out there in West Carrollton, Dayton, Ohio. It's pretty good, guys. It's starting to smooth out pretty good through here. This plastic's pretty hard. Monogram does these old 1970 kits, 80 kits. They got some really good plastic they use. Good. The raised panel line for this thing gives this thing oil paneling. Oil can canning, they call it. That way you apply your dope on there, it naturally brings out different shades of aluminum. Okay. I'm ready to spot out some putty these things. Got a little more there. Like I say, I feel very good in my hands. Turn around to this way against a little lift right there. That's no problem. That'll be gone in no time. Yes, it is, Tony. It's a big bird. I wanted to board it too one time. It's huge. It's got an 80-foot tunnel, two of them. When you go out there on the starboard side of the flight engineer's quarters, right behind the pilot co-pilot sits at, there's a scuttle that you go out through that air tunnel all the way to the other side. The other side, they've got a galley back here where they cook food, even bunks back there. And the gun turret stations are very comfortable too. They got nice pilot chairs right there. And that pretty much got made. Well, I imagine it was hell getting out of these darn things, especially if something catches fire, something happens. The ones I seen, then there was no belly crashes. They came in on the landing gear, burning. And the trucks over there, they foamed up the engines, everything. And the guy, you can see all those guys running out of there. I'll be too. Afraid the thing catch fire because this thing is a gas tank right here. This series serves two purposes: the scale gas tank for the ship itself, and plus that's straight to the wings. Always feeling. That means you just dab a little bit of filler on there. Instead of put a bunch on there, you can dab on there because your seam's very well buffed out. A little more there. Because I can feel it with my hands, fellas. The final test is usually back your thumbnail. Apply pressure, flush, get the fuselage until you get to the seam. If your fingernail stops, it means you've got a seam you're sanding out, like I did right here. It's like that. When you hit a seam, you feel it right there when your thumb stops. Other than that, it's gone. It was there. Good. Check my chat board. See what Tony's had to say. Indianapolis, is that a trumpeter kit, or is it a very fine verifier kit? I love kit. I have a trumpeter one. It's storage. It's a good kit. The kit gives you a little bit of photo etch, but not as much as you need. You got to. When it comes to hoping you get railings on there, forget it. The only kit that I have that I got my trumpeter has everything. You don't need about getting photo etch stuff is the valves from Texas. I have it up there behind me. I'll look at it right now. That's got to be finished. That's going to be a fall build, creek build. That's all it needs is railings and the rigging. It's done. Hardest kit I ever built. Jesus. I'll give you two kits. One in plastic and one in balsa wood. The hardest kit I ever built, balsa wood, was a 1938 124 scale kit of the Lockheed Hudson. Had a wingspan of 4 feet. And the instructions are almost like aviation plans to the real machine. My dad helped me that. That's a hard kit for me to build. And the kit suggests they give you a lot of sheet balsa. I asked my dad, "Oh, what's all the sheet balsa here for, Pop?" He used that for fill-in. And let me show you. That's why I didn't understand the plan. It says fill in with balsa. You take strip balsa wood, and you go ahead and you apply it between the stringers. You can sand flush the whole fuselage. That's why I had to understand, but I had to be very careful because you break those stringers. You talk about breaking stringers, these Dumas kits nowadays, they got very good lightweight, precision, contest type balsa they employ in their kits. Mind you got to keep mind to it that these stringers are very, 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 very fragile. You look at it the wrong way, you touch it the wrong way, and they'll break. They get strong once you put tissue on them. But when they're down to the bare bones, you got to be careful. You grab it, you can crack a stringer. That's why they give you a lot of balsa. They know that's going to happen, which is good. That's but the hardest kit in balsa wood that comes with plastic. There's one that really was a hair puller. What was it? Yeah. I think it's, what scale will that be? 120, big, large scale. 128 scale. It was the F-104 Delta Dark by Revell. It was a gimmick model. The landing gear goes up and down automatically by pushing a slide of the bomb or something. And the mechanism, I had really problems with it. And I eventually didn't use the features on it, so screw it. Next one I'll get, I'll be prepared for it. But that was very difficult to build. But I can almost challenge anything, no problems. Yeah, that's mine. Is 1/350 scales. Mine, Tamiya makes the Indianapolis. I didn't know that. Mine's a trumpeter kit. Oh, it's Academy. Yeah, the Academy makes it. Yeah, I seen one. Matter of fact, I think mine is the Academy kit. No, it's not. It's trumpeter. The Academy kit I got is a Grash Bay. That's Academy. Boy, you're good on here. I was about the same a little bit. Make sure gets equal treatment. Right now, Tony, how about working on pretty much everything? Working on balsa wood. This, I got the Heikel behind me. Got to finish with the B29. I got to let that thing dry. I laid pretty hard on the aluminum paint. So I wanted to get hard. It's dry, but you stick your hands on it, start fouling it, pretty soon you start shifting that paint around. It really hasn't dried all the way 100% through. Ooh, step there in. Oh, Lordy. I should have cropped that. And I'll get done with it. I can buff it out. Yeah, I went to church today. I love going to this church up there, you know. I got to pay back God for what He done for me, bring me back to my family and living here and stuff, you know. I'm very happy with my family. I got no worries no more. I have to worry about being gone. I have to worry about losing my home, losing my house. And I'm no slouch either. I pay my way around here. Look at that step up on radio right there. I should have caught that. But this kit goes together very good. It really is. There's hardly any flash at all on it. Because I imagine Monogram didn't produce too many of them. I don't see a hobby shops covered with these, loaded up with these things. Unless you got a real good hobby shop to go to. I know in England they do. They got the best hobby shops, I think, what I see. Their hobby shops are wonderful. So you create that dust right there, guys. When it dries, then you can sand it and it fills it in. Well, you putty there. I got that step pretty much out of there. I should have caught it. This be all natural aluminum with different aluminum tones on with red tails, red wings. And I'm debating to put the J47 motors on there, the 4 jets I have. This thing flies pretty good up the jets, though, but they give more or less the jets are used for takeoffs. Sand, 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 sand. You guys get done sanding your seams out like this. Always sand and buff out before you add any primer to it. I've seen guys see seams like that. They primer to take the filler. You don't need that much filler. To save yourself the filler is do like I do right now. I'm just buffing out these seams best I can. That way you can just dribble dab. You can just dab a bead of filler along the seams and sand them out and prime, and you're all set. I was watching. I think I mentioned on video one on this on the build. I was watching a movie I haven't seen in a long time. It's called Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was a good movie. A hobby house. Well, if I was living in the rich, that's where I'd be going. Yeah, Tony. I sure miss that. So. Smitty is pretty much like what you talk about. Your hobby shop you go to. Right now, there ain't no hobby shops that I know. Not around here. Probably Knoxville. Knoxville's about 30 miles away from here. And so mostly anything I need, I just get online, you know. It's good to be alive, guys. It really is, you know. It's good I work on these models. These models, they're great for my mental health. Anybody's. Like I said at the beginning of the video, a psychiatrist will agree with you. Most of them describe that anyway. You know, you need a hobby, do this, do that, you know, which is true. You don't, the human mind boggles. It's a computer that's not shut down yet. And has habits and desires. And you can't have those desires and habits no more. You gotta improvise and go on. This is one of them. Work on these models. I enjoy working. I love them to death. But damn tail stinger. I'm loving this webcam right here. The camcorder is okay, but it's only you got about a good hour of that bad boy and it craps out on you. I made a lot of videos before, and the heat of the video, low battery, goes out on me dead as a doornail. Oh well, I'm just getting this web camera. It's getting cold out here in Tennessee. It's not getting blistering hot. We had a good warm day today. Getting down to the low 60s and the high 1950s. Good. Over here. Show a couple of killing image. What's that? Right there. Not for long. I'm going to smooth you out so you flush. You're going to get puttied up. Let you dry overnight. We'll get to the benches so that happens. Smooth. And that's ready for filler. Not quite yet. Stabilizers look good. I'll bump the stabilizer up a little bit. These need no filler here. They don't. They serve as a panel line. So smooth. It's no seam. Look like a panel line, how it's joined to the fuselage in real life. I'm going to double check this again. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Lord have mercy, what was that? Damn tweezers. I go Hobby Lobby, so much tweezers. That's it. I have my daughter pick me out this week. Hobby Lobby, get out of here, and so I get me some building materials. It was right there. Yeah, Frank, I thought you got that out. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and answer the chat board. Oh. You look at it closely, that's called oil canning. You look closely at this, you can be able to see the panel lines on it. You can see how different shades. This is not even painted yet. You got natural light against the fuselage skin here. Looks like you can see panel work on it, especially around the area here. That's called oil canning. That's very ingenious how they make those bulbs. I thought, well, a lot of guys don't like them. I do. I love them. That way, when you had your aluminum, you can still see the panel lines. But to enhance them, you got to add a little black to your aluminum. Blue paint works very well. Okay, figured I'd give myself a bug over here. Pour me a little drinky poo. Yes, it is, Tony. I guess too darn hot. It's just miserable. But I'll tell you one thing, I'd rather take heated misery than South Pole and North Pole weather all put together in one weather system like last winter was. That trailer was 35 degrees, that trailer, with the heat on. As cold as it was, get down to 7 degrees, 0, 4 degrees, real cold, cold hard. It don't get that cold out in Tennessee. We don't get that much snow out either, I can remember. It's cold, yes. Cold enough to put a jacket on, bottle up, go out into today's world, enjoy things. And ooh, I'm not quite ready yet. Oh, I knew I forgot something a while ago. I played some quite like video a while ago. Well, no problem. I get rid of you like I did the rest of them. You know me, Ian. So peaceful and quiet out here in Tennessee. You don't hear fire trucks and people yelling and screaming at each other and stuff. Boy, I don't know about people nowadays in this world. I just don't know. I never lived in a society of idiocracy in my life. Especially on YouTube. I get a little quizzed a little bit. I want to see how dumb life gets on the other side of the world. Man, now we got this race problem going on again. That's funny how history repeats itself because nobody learns nothing from the past anyway. You know, teaches kids nothing in school, nothing but hate and everything else. I'm so more than touched, just and stricken in horror about those kids getting shot by that madman and went to that church in a home of God. Lord have mercy. I've never seen anything so ridiculous in my life. I'll tell you one thing. He cheated justice by killing himself. Real justice is going to be when he faces the flying face of God. And where he'd be going, he'd be burning for eternity. There'd be no escape for nobody. My condolences goes to the families and the little children, little innocent children. Haven't even sampled life yet. It's not right, boys. It's not right. I think his world's turned into a mental asylum. That's why I keep commenting sometimes on these videos. That what he do is reopen all mental institutions. I want to tell you something. Mental institutions, guys. Back in my days, he got a guy, well, in front of a judge for something stupid like that. The judge is automatically sent you 90 days to a mental institution. See what makes you tick. That's what they used to do back in my days. Another thing, too. You see a guy walk around with his eyeballs popped out like golf balls and looking you in the face. You know that guy ain't right. My dad told me a long time ago in life, you look at people in the eyes, that tells you what kind of person they really are. The eyes are the gateway to your soul. I think they are. But yeah, enough of that jazz. Let's get back to the B36. I kind of bought this bad boy back in the 1980s. It was big in there. It was huge. An airplane, I'd be afraid to fly in. Because I know I witnessed it when I was a teenager back in the 1950s. These things coming in with burning engines. And they knew. I mean, they knew that's what the problem was. That was technologies for the day. But you had to have them. If they reduced the altitude, so they weren't that high, I think they'd been better off. But these things are just high altitude bombers. They can fly all the way to Alaska, all the way to all home down the world, come back, and still got more fuel left. One takeoff, one landing, they say in that movie called Strategic Air Command with Jimmy Stewart. And Frank Lovejoy. Old time Hollywood actors. Okay, I got that done. Sending in and take another break here. Yeah. That's good. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Whole fuselage smooth. You can't feel no steps. So all you gotta do is just dabble on that filler right there, and you're okay. Let it dry. Come back, sand, prime, and add your paint. Finish up my bacon, go back to the stabilizer, get them all squared away, and go onward. I guess I've been on here about an hour already, have I? It's okay. I'm enjoying this online YouTube. I like the response. That's right, Tony. You know, you can tell a lot of my life by looking at the person in the eyes. When the guy's a con artist, a flim flam man, or he's not honest, they look at him in the eye, it makes them nervous. And they shy away from that and change the subject. They know they know, like I say, it's the gateway to your soul. They know they're wise, so you can't pull the wool over their eyes. Problem today's society is you got no family no more. You don't have a father kicking your rear end, give you the right act to take you out going fishing and take you out to be a man, to take you out and do things. I love my father. He did all of the above. When I was out of line, he flogged me. I deserve it too. He didn't hurt me. He just taught me next time I get the same thing, I'm gonna do it again. So I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I learned something. Now, I can remember years ago where I was raised. Cabela's is my father, and my father and my mother. We went to the store, and my dad looked at me. He lined all five of us up there, abreast, like at an inspection. My dad was a military man and a very firm disciplinarian. So was my mother. My mother hit more than my dad did. And, okay, we're going to the store, kids. You know the routine. Don't touch nothing that don't belong to you. You can look and see. If you want something, come and see me. If I can afford it, you can get it. If you can't afford it, I don't have it, you can't get it. There's always the next time. If I catch you guys grabbing stuff, you know what you're going to get. My dad always went like this with his belt. That's that. We understand. I hope you do. And there are sometimes my dad would walk around the store with a belt in his hand. Oh, yeah. People wouldn't say a word because they did the same thing. That's called spirited rod to spoil the child, children. I come from the greatest generation God has ever made it out of his two hands. My dad was a World War One vet, a World War II vet, and a Korean War vet. And the problem nowadays, kids don't have personal observation at my age. I think we all know this. They come from broken homes. They don't have a father there. Give them the right act, kicking the rear end, taking charge. He's a house band. House band keeps the house together. With no father there, a mother can't put boxing gloves on or something. Help teach your kids how to fight. I ain't got to put a worm on a hook, teach you how to go fishing. And sure enough, I can do none of this. So that's the problem there in failed parenthood, the education system. Because I know one thing my father told me, like your father told you fellas out there, you're wearing my name for Christ's sakes. You do something wrong, you're tarnishing my name and my reputation. There was pride back in those days of dignity and scruples. I still got all those, and I'm very grateful I still got them. I still use them to this very day. Check the chat for see what's going on here. Yeah, everybody's still there. Tony. All Tony, that's all good. Yeah, we can talk, Tony. No problem, buddy. I got 3 watching and 7 thumbs up, so I guess I'm doing something right here. Yeah. We're going to stay in here about a few more minutes. I want to call it a video, and we'll continue tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll get the wings on. That's what I'll be doing. And I want to show you guys something right here. This is going to be fly. This is my flying bathtub. This is my Dumas C3 Master. Rubber powered. It's ready to be covered. But I am going to go through some of the final sanding down. And after that, I'll go ahead and get prepared for covering. So I got that coming away, fellas. I'll pretty touch that B29 I have over here. I should have the final reveal back for tomorrow. Okay, we're going to go back here and get the stabilizers all filled in and buffed out. And I'm going to call a wrap for tonight's video. And I shall return tomorrow and put the wings on. Okay, without further ado, we'll swing it back to Mr. Camera right to the B36. Oh boy. The bottom ones are good. They're excellent. Now we'll get the top ones going. I'll be careful of this stegging right here. Oh yeah. No problem there either. Well, that acrylic you right there just put on there and act like a filler. When I start stacking this file, it'll fill in this it'll fill in the gap, you won't be able to see it. Oh yeah, look at that, it's gone. Like Houdini could do a better job. That's good. Can't say it, can you, fellas? It did look like this over here. Gone. Now come over here to the other side. Boy, that's gone too, isn't it? Boy. I'm sanding a seam down. I use the edge of my board right here. That way, we'll sand none of the raised detail out of here. Oh, that's perfect. Happy camper, happy boy. That's the previous side I did. That's the one I just finished. Come on. Okay, guys, we're going to call it a wrap for tonight, Tony. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for this whole hour video. I figured it'd be about a good hour. We got none done tonight. We got the stabilizers on there. And the seams all been buffed out in preparation to put the filler on there. And yeah. Tomorrow night we're going to get our wings on. She can't fight without wings. And after that would be preparation for painting. It's come on quite nicely. Can't believe I got another one of these B36s. And very lucky. I'm very glad that Freddy sent this to me. I'm very happy. He's got a couple more laying around the house. Like I say, he's like me. He only buy only one kit. He buys 2 or 3 of each, of anything. That's the way to do it. A lot of people say, what do you guys do stuff like that for? Well, we do it for one reason. In case one model gets busted up, it gets broken up, we got another one you can build again. Or if we build another one again, just like that, it'd be different style and skills that be applied up with that on it. That's good right there. A little more. It's not quite done yet, is it? I saw that one was raised up a while ago. Almost done. That thing done for a lot of time. I want to get that seam out of there so it's flush. I can still feel it with my thumb. That's good. That's good. Okay, we'll send the camera back to yours truly. I like this camera. I got more control of that camcorder. What I like about it is getting a little focusing in here too. Yeah, 4x4. Okay. As we did tonight for the B36, we got our tail feathers on, assembled. All the seams been buffed out with my sandpaper I have. I've been using it with sanding board. All I gotta do is just dab a little bit of filler where the seams at. A smidge, not very much. Sand out again. So it's nice and smooth. Then go ahead and prime your model. And that'll be all done when the wings are on. Okay, we'll set her down here. Okay. I'd like to thank all my new and old subscribers who are watching my video. I'm very deeply honored each one of you all. And very blessed to have a host of friends and good model builders as yourselves. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on here. And tomorrow we'll have live action again. It'll be Monday. It'll be on the installation of the wings. And the rest of the videos will probably be just get the undercarriage on and do some more sanding and buffing out and add the filler and everything else be done off camera. We got other stuff that'll take its place. So Next final bill, I've got to be the B29 over here. What if I pick that thing up? I know you guys want to see it. Grab by the nose and the tail of it, it'll be okay. Freddy, the Enola Gay, Colonel Paul Tibbs' ship. His B-29 was brand new. Right to the factory, and he put his mother's name on it, Enola Gay. Okay, is it for the B-36? Is it for me? Make mama happy, take care of the little ones, say your prayers, spend wisely, be aware of your surroundings. Keep yourself a kid, guys. You got a few more weeks here until it gets cold outside. You won't be able to participate at all in outdoor activities. So keep your wits about yourself and everything, and prepare for winter. As it gets cold, kids go back to school. The routine right there. So take care of your children, take care of your wife, take care of yourselves, guys. God bless you all. And stay posted tomorrow for the number 3 on a gift from Freddy on the B36 Peacemaker by Monogram on a scale of 1/72 scale. And this is Frankie Day Models signing off. God bless you all. I love you, fellas. Take care of yourself. Say your prayers. Make mama happy. And we'll see you guys on the next bill. See you tomorrow, fellas. God bless you all.